What's up, guys, and welcome back for another Star Trek Fleet Command video. In this one, we're going to be going over the SS Revenant. This is a new ship that is just brand spanking new. This opens up at 42, and I'm going to talk about this ship. And I think that this ship is a fix to a lot of the problems that people have had, especially the material bottlenecks in, especially in G4 and stuff, and how I think it's going to fix and streamline progression. And this ship, being the newest ship that's been added to the game, has a lot of nice, more of the modernized kind of quality of life stuff when it comes to the refinery and everything like that. Now, another benefit of this ship is if you're like me and you like to skip faction uncommons or rare ships, this thing is great. I'm actually in the process of skipping Kelvin and Newton in G4. I plan on just skipping right past them. This ship will actually cover the gap. And I'll tell you why, because you're already, and I already said this is, ship is meant to fix like the material bottleneck. Most of the time you're split. You're going to be either spending materials on buildings, research, or on your ships at any given time. Now this ship only takes the SS Revenant parts all the way up, with different tiers. There's uncommon, rare, and epic. But this means that I can basically have this as my daily driver and also do Borg Type 3 and Type 1 Armadas with this, and I really won't feel like I'm missing out on anything by not going into like the Newton or something like that. So I just unlocked this ship. So I'm going to show you everything that I got out of the box. I did do the special that has like the research stuff that comes with it and all that. So this ship is meant for efficiency training. It's going to make efficiency for a lot of your buildings and stuff better with its research. So with what I got out of the box for this, I was able to get, and also I had like 27,000 of the parts from doing the actual missions and stuff when they first came out. But from those 27,000 I had from doing the missions when the thing first came out, I was still like 39 at the time. I was able to go warp engine, I was able to go shield, and the armor, which puts me right now at about 20 million or so. Now for officers right now, this will end up actually running like a all Armada crew. This is just kind of what I had on hand anyway right now. But right now I'm running Cisco, Bashir, and then eventually Changeling Kira will be swapped out into Dax when I actually unlock her. But this gives you dodge, deflection, and all that stuff. Now, what's important about this ship is it pairs up really greatly with the new Borg Type 3 and Type 1 Armadas, because the abilities for this ship, one of them, you get more loot from the Q Continuum hostiles, which you've seen those in events and stuff. So that's going to be good for grinding. You'll be grinding that kind of stuff like you do for most specialty ships for turn-ins on the refinery. And then there's laid to rest. It doesn't increase damage to Q Continuum hostiles. But also, the very, very important thing here is it disables the cutting beam on Borg Type 3 and Polygon Armadas from firing at a player. So as long as on the Type 1s, having a Revenant there will allow the cutting beam to just be turned off. And then also on the single slot Type 3s, which I'll show you one when we kind of get to that point, it just won't fire on you at all either. Now, with that being said, we kind of looked at the upgrades and all of that. We're going to go ahead and take this ship out, and we'll run a Type 3 out here, Nova Corn. So while this one's actually flying out, we will talk about research and all that stuff and kind of what you get in the refinery as well. And out of the box too, with my research, I'm 160 warp on this thing, and this will get out there pretty quick. So first off, we're going to go to Starship. We're going to go down here to the very end, and we're going to look at the research. Out of the box too, with that special, you got 900 of the research items, so you're able to get one of all of these. So I ended up going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it uses an epic item, 100 epic out of the research items to unlock this, and then all subsequent upgrades use just the regular upgrade material. But out of the box, we got Chaos Theory. This increases efficiency with all of your Chaos Tech stuff. Well, actually not efficiency, but payouts and stuff for Chaos Matter and Chaos Tier Up Catalyst. And then we have Lattice Construction. This is cost efficiency for Partial, Tritanium, Dilithium for research. And then the same thing, we have cost efficiency for Ore, Gas, and Crystal for research as well. Interchangeable hull parts will be your resource cost efficiency for upgrading your ships. And then one really great one is refined complex alloys. This is actually cost efficiency for ore, gas, and crystal when upgrading ships. That's 10% at the first level. This is going to make upgrading those factions, upgrading those other specialty ships so much easier. But that's not even the best part. When we get to the refinery, you'll see the true value of the Revenant. And then down here we have this right here. This will increase the base amount of credits we drop from Borg Type 3 and Solo Armadas when we're using it. So we got that good to go. And that's 700% actually. I ran my first Type 3 without actually having this trained up. So I'm really interested to see what the payout is with this one. And then up here we have efficiency for the artifact gallery schematics. And then we also have the efficiency training for Starfleet honors for the Nova squadron building. And then black market favors. This is forbidden tech proto matter cost efficiency for leveling up forbidden tech. So already out of the gate, we've gotten so many benefits to upgrading future tech, to getting chaos tech items. We've got efficiencies for buildings and research, and also ships, and also drop rates for what we're going after. Some of the other things that we haven't gotten into yet is like the benevolence of Q. This will grant a mission that'll open up the superhighways, which is kind of normal when you start getting in high G4. And then you also have increased warp range. It'll increase, this one will actually increase the warp range by 90 when we get to 51, which is great. Custom construction tools, construction speed. We also have Sigma, Parsteel, Titanium, and stuff like that for cost efficiency for that stuff. Forbidden charts will increase base research speed by 40%, and then ionized Sigma plating. And this will increase cost efficiency for Sigma resources when upgrading ships and all that good stuff. Now, hopefully we won't pop on this 03. The first one I did was actually a success, but I had like 0 hull left. But we'll see how it goes. Now, to give you an idea of how these Armadas work, these Polygon 1.0s are just regular Armadas that you can bring multiple people to. The 1.0 signifies what the actual evolution of the Revenant should be when you do this. So there's 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So if you see a Polygon 1.3, you need to have an evolution on your Revenant by at least a 3. And the same thing goes with the Borg Type 3.0s. If you see a 3.1 or a 3.2 would signify you need the SSR to be the second evolution for that. But in this system, everything is just the normal 0 tier for all this stuff. So let's go ahead and just jump down here to one of these. And you see this is crazy amount of damage. These things only allow one ship to be in there, and also will fire a cutting beam. But our Revenant is actually going to allow us to just disable that cutting beam altogether. Now, you actually have a good source of, when you, out of the gate, we got like 1,400 directives for Type 3, and then like 1,400 directives for Type 1. And there's also a timer on that, so I'm not sure if we actually get that as a free claim every single day, because this is my first day with it. But that would be a really good way of, and a very new thing for sourcing directives, because one of the main gameplay loops for this ship is these Type 3 and Type 1s. So we're going to get through this really quick, and then we'll finish off the video by looking at the refinery. We've got about 50 seconds. We can kind of go through the refinery. Continuum refinery. Here we go. So we have Mark 1 Borg Type 3 exchange. This is where you actually turn in the Type 3 loot. So you'll get your parts. You'll get the Nexus particles, which is for your research. Fabricator chip, which is really important. Some speed up and some materials. And then you also have the same thing for Polygon, the Type 1s. You get frag chips and also upgrade parts and all of that. And then we also have the fabricator for all 3 types of material here. So when you turn this in, you'll have a guaranteed 410 on rare and 1,500 on uncommon, and a chance at an additional of each, which is great. And so you can save those up. There's one for each. And this is what I turned in. You get max directives of 15 and 400 on each of these. So got 3 seconds. Hopefully we won't fail on this one, because the first one I did, we had like no hull left at all. And it looks like we might have failed on this one. No, we got it. Yeah, we got it. No hull left. We also need to upgrade this a little bit more. But we took that down pretty much no problem. Let's look at the first one I did. which was where we ended up killing the first Type 3 before I made this video, and then killed a bunch of other guys with 0 hull. So here you go. We had a little bit of hull left actually, but we took it down, and we went 19 rounds. So we have some room to grow. Being out of the box, that's pretty good. Type 3 up here, pretty much the same, right? Very consistent on that. And so the credits don't actually go straight to your ship. They will actually go up here. So we did a Type 3, so we're at 1141. That's after doing 2 Type 3s, but we also have a chest up here we can open up, which we should have more, 350 in there. So you can literally just come in here and grind these things pretty easily. Even with 0 hull, we can come in here and just grab some of these QC mobs too. And you'll go out there when you're doing your refinery, you'll go out here and just, you know, farm these hostiles. Anything with the QC tag is what we're going after right now. But let's go ahead and finish off with the refinery and kind of close this video off. And this is where I'm going to tell you that this ship is meant to fix the material bottleneck. But like I said, the fabricator, there's one for ore, crystal, and gas. So you'll come in here and you'll be able to turn in a fabricator chip, or 2, or actually 5 to get 2 chests. I would suggest only doing the single pull on this. And that's just throwing 5 for 2 pulls is probably not a good idea. And then I got this and this one. We got 6 days, so we might only actually get 1,500 and 400 every week, but that's actually pretty decent. Then you've probably seen this in your continuum as well too. So there's actually sourcing here for different chaos techs for these. Let's go and hit this. We have 10,000 of them. So there you go. We got 2 shards of the Q cannon, and then chaos tech fragments, 45 of those, and those will actually go into the chaos fragment exchange here. And then both of these will improve as you kind of go up in ops level. This is enhanced chaos material exchange. This is where you're going to get all that stuff for upgrading your forbidden tech and stuff. We still need to get forbidden tech on this thing as well. And what's nice too is you're actually given a Mark II preview. So when we actually go up to the second evolution, you can start looking at what is going to be available to you at that point. So you can start seeing you'll get the shards and stuff for the second evolution. This is your free one-time gift, and then 10 days of rewards for that. But also you look at the Mark II, look ahead at the Mark II fabricator and everything like that. So really cool ship. Probably one of the best sources of materials that I've seen from a specialty ship for sure. I'll probably do a follow video when I am with this ship for like a couple of weeks, just to kind of like let you know kind of how often I do the fabricator pulls and kind of what I'm kind of getting out of it and all of that. But otherwise, out of the box, it will perform quite nicely. You'll be able to come out here and do these new Type 3s and 1s, and also be able to just easily do those new events and stuff that are kind of tied to all this. But even with 0 hull right now, I've got 0 hull after that Armada, and I can sit here and probably kill like 10 of these dudes without much problem. So it's very much of a, once I get actually Dax or once I get some more Armada, especially solo Armada driven officers on this ship, it'll be a lot better. All I need to do is throw like a Tendy or my Himmer on lower deck, and I can probably come out of that Armada with quite a bit of hull left. But I know I really wanted to get this video out because this is kind of like the new that everybody's wondering about. A lot of people in my alliance were wondering about Type 3s and kind of how to do them. And Type 1s, you 100% need a SSR on a Type 1 to turn off that cutting beam. Otherwise, it is just going to go lethal on players in that fleet. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.